Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Let's talk about Night 1 and Night 2 of WWE SummerSlam. Stephanie McMahon said that this was the biggest SummerSlam in the history of WWE, probably because it was 2 nights. And Night 2, I know they had 60,000 people attend SummerSlam. Night 1 was a little bit smaller, and I think she said the overall total number was like 113,000 people attended WWE SummerSlam. That's awesome. That's just awesome. Love wrestling. I mean, it had a huge, big fight feel. SummerSlam Night 1 and Night 2. It almost felt a little bit like WrestleMania outside of like the entrances weren't as cool for every single wrestler. Cody Rhodes had a really cool entrance, but it felt big. It felt important. It felt powerful. And WWE delivered on some really important moments. Not both nights, not all the shows, not all the matches delivered. Of course, that's impossible. But the big moments in the big matches where people really cared about these championships, they really delivered. So we'll go to Night 1, and we think Gunther versus Punk. Again, it's very clear that I just do not like CM Punk. I think he's a fraud, and I think he's a scam artist, and I do love Gunther. I also have a personal relationship with Gunther, so maybe I have a biased, soft spot for him. But Gunther and Punk have a classic professional wrestling match. I think pound for pound, Gunther is the best professional wrestler on the planet. CM Punk, even though for all the shit that I give him, he can still go in the ring, right? He can still go on the mic, right? He can still deliver these types of matches. Not as good as he used to be. I never thought he was like really, really good in the ring. Never thought he was the best in the world. Still don't think he's the best in the world. But he can deliver in these types of big matches. I will give him that. And him and Gunther had good chemistry. They put together a really, really good professional wrestling match until Gunther gets overconfident and gets caught. Gets tripped up on the announce table, falls, absolutely destroys his nose, destroys his face. He's absolutely busted open. And CM Punk, he sold it beautifully. He was just discombobulated. He didn't know where he was. He might have had concussion. His nose was causing his eyes to probably water. And there was just so much happening. CM Punk takes advantage by driving 2 knees to his face with the go to sleep. And he wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, there is a rumor that Gunther does need surgery on his nose before this match even happened. And then now, because this spot happened and they sold the nose, they sold the face, they sold the blood, he can take time off to go get the surgery he needs to fix whatever's happening. Then he'll come back and he'll rejoin the World Heavyweight picture. Of course he will. He's Gunther. He's in the World Championship picture no matter what, maybe going into WrestleMania. And now we know that Brock Lesnar is back, so maybe we'll see a Gunther versus Brock Lesnar match where they just go toe-to-toe and they German suplex each other for 15 minutes straight, and then they just shake each other's hand. There's no winner, just an absolute beast of a brawl. But we know that Gunther probably taking some time off now because of that nose to get it fixed. It's also rumored that Roman Reigns, big shocker, Roman Reigns, big shocker, is also taking time off until Survivor Series, until it gets closer to Survivor Series. This dude, Roman Reigns, just doesn't work anymore. We see John Cena in his farewell tour taking table bumps, going off the guardrails, just going absolutely nuts on every PLE, having 30-minute main event style matches because John Cena loves it. Because John Cena is the greatest of all time. Roman Reigns is incredible. He carried the company for a while. He's one of the biggest ticket movers now in current professional wrestling, but the dude just doesn't show up. And it's getting a little annoying. He showed up for 2 weeks. 2 weeks before SummerSlam. Now he's taking a break until Survivor Series. Survivor Series is like in November or something. That's ridiculous. Anyway, so we're not going to see Roman Reigns and we're not going to see Gunther for a while. Those are the rumors. I hope I'm wrong about Roman Reigns. I hope I'm totally wrong about Roman Reigns and we see him all throughout the rest of the year, all into WrestleMania. Just he has another good couple years run, and then he can go retire and do whatever he wants. But I think he's filming Street Fighter, so that's why he's gone. He's not just sitting at his house like he normally does. He's actually doing some work. He's filming Street Fighter, which I understand is great, but his main job is to be a WWE superstar, and that's what he should be. But he's going to go film Street Fighter. I think Gunther is going to have surgery on his nose, so we'll miss those two cats. But then at the end, Punk is the champion. Punk remains champion for 5 minutes. On this very show, on Pro Wrestling Daily, I told you that Seth Rollins' injury was a work and that he was going to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam, and boy, was I right. I'm not right very often, but man, I got that right. Seth Rollins comes out, he's in his crutches. Boom, turns his back, throws the crutches down, takes off the knee brace. Oh my God. Then sprints down to the ring, absolutely destroys CM Punk, dominates him with the briefcase, and wins the World Heavyweight Championship and cashes in that Money in the Bank briefcase. Seth Rollins legit, very as legit as you can possibly get, more legit than his injury, hates CM Punk. What Seth Rollins did is he worked the boys, he worked everyone, he worked this, he worked that, he worked his way all the way into a shoot, and then he won the world championship. And his actual disdain for CM Punk is what really makes this feud even better. I don't know how CM Punk feels about Rollins, but I know when they're in the ring, they're absolute professionals. Of course they are, but there is some disdain and hatred for one another, and now Seth Rollins is the world heavyweight champion because he said, while he's still alive, CM Punk will not be champion. Well, CM Punk was champion for 5 minutes, which is worse than probably not winning it at all. And that was an incredible ending to night one of SummerSlam. I mean, Seth Rollins has two of the best cash-ins in the history of WWE. One was like the heist in 2015, I believe, when SummerSlam was in San Francisco. And then he pulls this off. He pulls off this work the boys. I'm going to work it into a shoot. And then I'm not really injured. And then I'm going to come back and boom, I'm going to steal it. And now I am the world heavyweight champion. And Seth Rollins is at the top of his game. He's going to be pushed as the guy, especially when Gunther and Roman Reigns are going to be gone. You need someone like Seth Rollins to be the guy, and Seth Rollins and a CM Punk proper feud for the World Heavyweight Championship is what everyone wants to see, and it's going to be incredible. That's the biggest moment from night one, and maybe the biggest moment of the whole weekend. Potentially debatable. Then you move to night two, and you go right to the main event where John Cena and Cody Rhodes put on a classic WWE-style main event. John Cena hit eight attitude adjustments and still did not win the professional wrestling match. He hit 8 attitude adjustments and could not retain his undisputed WWE championship. I believe Cody Rhodes hit like 6 crossroads. That is something that I'm not really a fan of. I like when a finisher is the finisher. Now, 1 or 2, cool. 1 or 2 is cool. 1 or 2 works for me, but 6, 7, 8 is a little much for me and it's just too much. John Cena hit 8 attitude adjustments, hit any other moves. He also hit a code red. He also hit a freaking leg drop from the top. Cody Rhodes hit 75 cutters, one through the table, and then another crossroads, and then the win. Like, Cody Rhodes wins the undisputed WWE Championship. Now, I enjoyed the match tremendously. I just am so impressed by John Cena and how he goes balls to the wall. He's taking suplexes through the guardrail. He's taking table bumps. He's doing all the damn things because John Cena loves it, and he wants to go hard one last time for the WWE fans, and that's why he's the greatest to ever do it. And then there was no shenanigans, no rock, no heel turns, no double crosses, no none of that. It was just John Cena legit putting over Cody Rhodes, passing the torch to the quarterback, and saying, you got it now, baby. And I absolutely love that. There's zero reason for Cody Rhodes to turn heel, even though the crowd at MetLife on SummerSlam Night 2 was 100% behind John Cena, and there was some boos. There was some boos ringing through the arena for Cody Rhodes, but he wins. They sing his song. Everyone's fired up. I absolutely love the pure emotion from Cody Rhodes. He's crying. He knows that John Cena is passing the torch to him. That's just incredible stuff. So congratulations to Cody Rhodes, the new undisputed WWE champion, and congratulations to Seth Rollins, the new World Heavyweight champion. And then that's not it. The show doesn't end there. John Cena standing in the ring, looking at the fans, looking at everyone, crying, understanding his emotion, and then boom, Brock Lesnar's music hits. Now, everybody's going to have different opinions about Brock Lesnar coming back. Whatever. Don't care about those opinions. That's not something that I'm going to speak on. WWE makes decisions to make money. That's what they do. But the sole reason that Brock Lesnar is back, the sole reason above anything else that Brock Lesnar is back is because John Cena asked for it, and John Cena gets whatever he wants. Brock Lesnar is one of John Cena's greatest opponents, greatest rivalries, and he told Triple H that I want to wrestle Brock Lesnar one more time. They got on the ring with Brock, and they brought him in probably for millions of dollars, maybe even more, a couple $1 million. But Brock Lesnar is back because John Cena asked for it. That's the only reason. Now, how long will Brock Lesnar stay? I don't know. Will he do 1 match with John Cena? 2 matches? Will he be in his final match? Because it is still rumored that Gunther will be the one who has John Cena's final match. So will John Cena, Brock Lesnar wrestle, and then Brock Lesnar will go back into obscurity, go back into his home and back to, being with his family? Or will Brock Lesnar stay, have a match with John Cena, then potentially feud with Gunther, and then Gunther ends, John Cena's career and has his farewell last match, and then Gunther and Brock Lesnar feud, and all these sorts of things might happen. Who knows? Maybe Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Is Brock Lesnar going to join that group because he has history with Paul Heyman? Is Brock Lesnar going to destroy CM Punk? That would be awesome. There's so many different options here for Brock Lesnar, but again, the number one reason he is back, it's not because WWE, it's not because of anyone except that John Cena said, I want Brock Lesnar in my last year of wrestling. And there's only 4 months left of John Cena ever as a WWE superstar, and he's getting Brock Lesnar. The Beast is back, so we'll see what happens with that moving forward. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.